If you're going to the gym consistently, you probably train like a bodybuilder. You go to the gym and train with a bunch of machines, prioritize lots of stable movements, and your whole entire goal in the gym is to try and build as much muscle as possible. And while this does sound great initially, through my education, personal experience, as well as observing other gym goers and fitness influencers, I've noticed that training purely for muscle growth is a bad idea. The first issue with this is that the gym becomes your entire personality. I actually dealt with this to some degree in college. When I started my first year of college, I had been lifting for about 6 months consistently, and although my physique is pretty bad looking back at it now, back then I thought my physique was fucking crazy. And throughout my college experience, I can confidently say that the gym was pretty much my entire personality. What I looked forward to the most was working out. Once I left the gym, all I thought about was the gym, and when I was talking with friends, all I wanted to talk about was my gym progress. And while I do admit this did help me make some progress because I was so locked in when it came to going to the gym consistently as well as with my diet, there are a lot of negatives to it. First, like I said, what happened with me, your entire life revolves around the gym. When your entire life revolves around the gym, there really isn't much to you. And it can actually hinder a lot of your life experiences as well as relationships with other people. Like I said, when the gym is your entire personality, there isn't much to you. And when it comes to experiences with others, we got guys who can't even go on a date without their scale because they're so concerned about their macros. And if you were like me, you would refuse to go out with friends because you were so concerned about what a night of drinking would do to your progress. You end up missing out on such great experiences, and you don't become a more well-developed person if the gym is your entire personality. And when the gym becomes your entire personality, your physique becomes your entire identity. Lots of gym goers derive their entire self-worth from their physique. Your ego loves the way you look because it's the easiest thing to recognize and quantify. This is a huge reason why a lot of gym goers get body dysmorphia, and a lot of them turn to PEDs and steroids. Alex Eubank is the best example. Alex Eubank hopped onto the fitness scene because of his physique, which based on evidence, I'm pretty sure he wasn't even natural at this time. So obviously with this fame and the compliments he was getting, his physique became his entire identity. This is why Alan started crying and complaining when people were saying his physique was mid, even though a lot of people would like to have his physique. This is why Alan hopped on TRT, or in my opinion, he's just taking more PEDs than he was before, to try and achieve the best physique he possibly can, probably for external validation. When your entire goal is to build as much muscle as possible, it gets to the point where there's really nothing to you besides the gym, and your emotions and self-worth are based on how great your physique looks. In my opinion, the gym should be a part of your life and not your entire personality or identity. I believe that if your goal is to solely build muscle in the gym and that's it, you're either about to fall into this trap or you're already in it. Another issue with training solely for muscle growth is that once you build all that muscle, what else do you really have to show for it? Imagine spending countless hours in the gym and you only really have your physique to show for it and nothing else really. And in many cases, the physique you build is complete overkill. Let's be honest, if you're a young adult and you play sports casually, you've all probably seen that huge bodybuilder who's unathletic as fuck. When you train purely for muscle growth, aka like a bodybuilder, you don't end up being truly strong. There's this huge misconception that bodybuilders are super strong because of how much weight they lift in the gym, but if you know anything about strength and conditioning, you know that they're not actually strong. They're just strong in the gym. Many bodybuilders prioritize really stable movements and machines like I mentioned earlier, and while this can be effective for muscle growth because it's just way easier and less fatiguing than free weight exercises, you don't build true strength. Daily activities and sports skills are not done in a fixed range of motion. If you prioritize machines, your core will always be a limiting factor whether you're doing sports skills or if you're doing heavy daily activities. Imagine having so much time in the gym to essentially be a peacock. You show everybody your feathers, aka the muscle you built, but it's just for show. You're not actually strong. Your body is also not healthy and you don't even know how to fucking move. As I said earlier, bodybuilders prioritize machines and other lazy exercises, which doesn't develop good core strength and balance. This puts the amount of mass that bodybuilders put on leads to a far greater injury risk. Some recent examples are Connor Stein destroying his ACL when he's playing basketball.
Oh, your knee? Oh God. Knee.
Not even kidding, I just tore my ACL.
And Alex Eubank dislocating his shoulder when he's boxing. Shoulder popped out. I gotta follow that. Training purely for muscle will also lead to you not really being able to move properly. Bodybuilders love to prioritize isolation exercises, and while this can be good because you make sure you're taking the target muscle to failure, your body doesn't move in isolation in real life, and you want to make sure that your muscles know how to work together. A big reason why you see bodybuilders being super stiff when they're doing sports is because their body doesn't know how to work as an entire unit. Training purely for muscle will also lead to you having bad cardio and bad cardiovascular health if you take it to the extreme. Bodybuilders might look healthy on the outside, at least to people who don't know much about bodybuilding, but they're not healthy on the inside. So I obviously do athletic bodybuilding, not bodybuilding, and I recently went to the dentist and my blood pressure was pretty insane. It was 90/60. Yet a recreational bodybuilder will probably have a blood pressure of 120/80, which is healthy, but a bodybuilder that takes it to the extreme will probably have a blood pressure of like 140/120, so essentially high blood pressure or hypertension. At the end of the day, the goal of fitness is to feel better and be healthier, and if you are solely going to the gym and training for muscle growth, you're completely missing the mark here. This is why I believe you should do athletic bodybuilding and also do something outside of just lifting weights. Seeing fitness from this perspective is a lot more fulfilling. First, you'll build an actual aesthetic physique and not a huge bodybuilder physique, and even if you don't build a super aesthetic physique, because of the decreased pressure to look like a huge bodybuilder, you'll build a physique that you're confident and proud in, and that's really the true goal of fitness. But not only will you build a great physique, but you'll actually be truly strong and athletic due to the exercises that you prioritize. If you do athletic bodybuilding, you're gonna prioritize athletic compound lifts, and this will build great core stability, and because you're prioritizing compound lifts over isolation lifts, your body will know how to work as an entire unit so you actually move well. Also, if you're interested in programs that will help you do this, I have a 90-day aesthetic body blueprint and a 120-day peak athleticism package. With the 90-day aesthetic body blueprint obviously being more hypertrophy focused, and the 120-day peak athleticism package being more performance focused. If you're interested in either of these, I'll leave a link in the description. I've been doing athletic bodybuilding for years now, and here are my strength numbers. Although I don't do 1 rep maxes ever, these are the calculations that I got from using a 1 rep max calculator. Being strong in the foundational compound lifts and having a great strength to mass ratio is what truly makes you athletic and strong. Recently I went to go play basketball with some of my friends, and although I haven't played basketball in a while, I was the best player on the floor not only because I have a nasty jumper, but I was stronger, I was faster, and I jumped higher than everyone. And I had the exact same experience in college when I did a lot of intramural sports and I played intramural soccer and basketball. I was stronger, faster, and in general more athletic than everyone. There's also this one time where one of my friends who had been doing jiu-jitsu for about 3 months wanted to do some jiu-jitsu with me after we worked out. And I'll be honest, I was super nervous because I had never really done jiu-jitsu, and this guy was about 30 pounds heavier than me. And believe it or not, when we went to go do some jiu-jitsu, I completely ragdolled this dude, even though, like I said, he was 30 pounds heavier than me. I was just way stronger, and honestly, his core strength felt like a toothpick. All of these experiences made me super proud of what I was doing in the gym and what I had achieved. This leads to my next point, which is to do something other than just weightlifting. So many people go to the gym and that's the only thing they do for exercise. I currently do MMA and I've recently joined a soccer league. And like I said, not only is it cool to see my gym progress apply to sports, but I get into better shape and I have a lot of fun playing sports. It is far easier to observe your body without identifying with it when you choose to train with the purpose of being more athletic and healthier instead of solely focusing on just building muscle. I'm not saying that building muscle is a bad thing, but it shouldn't be your entire goal in life mission. Unlike purely bodybuilding, this leads to true confidence and leads to true satisfaction since you are confident in how you look and you are truly fit and strong. And this will also lead to you becoming a more well-rounded person instead of a gym cell. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think about my thoughts in the comments. And if you're interested in the differences between how a bodybuilder and how an athlete trains, check out this video.